it, and I wanted to go somewhere far, right? Like I was thinking like West Coast or East Coast, right? Like I wanted to go further, and I was like, well, like Vancouver is about as far as I can go. That's out of the country,
Yes.
right? And I wanted an experience of living abroad, so that's why I picked
Oh,
Vancouver.
I
Yeah,
see. Yeah, it's
yes,
like as far as you could, like, um, far from the family. It
yeah.
was like me. As far I can go.
So for me, it wasn't far from the family. It was just far from Ohio, right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
I wanted to experience a different experience, right? Like
Okay.
where I'm from, there's lots of cornfields and
It's like a countryside.
yes,
I
but
see.
I saw it transition. Like I remember growing up, when we would go to like, eat out like with our family. Like so, like we had a family in Columbus. They'd drive down, and we'd be like, "Okay, let's go to Olive Garden." And then the first question out of everybody's mouth was, "Well, how far is that?" Because it was usually at least at first like a half hour,
Oh,
and then as time went on,
starts
the
increasing.
it started increasing. The development happened, and so now it's not so countryside anymore.
Oh, I
But
see.
if you go more north, or if you go like east, you can see a lot more farms and stuff like
I
that.
see. It's a
Yes.
kind of boring, right?
Yeah, I used to think it was boring. Like I'll be honest. Like I think living in the suburbs can be boring, but if you live downtown in the city, I think it's a lot more fun,
Oh,
right?
yes, that's for sure.
And it's the same in Vancouver, right? Like if you live in Surrey, I think it's a different experience than downtown.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And do you miss that? Like this
I
calm
miss
part?
the things I miss is that I miss the family a little bit.
Hmm.
I also miss there's a slight cultural difference, right? Like, and I think people were just more warm where I'm from.
Oh, really?
Like,
Mm.
it's not incredible. Like again, if you go to the more countryside, and I think it's the same in Canada too. If you go to the countrysides, it's very warm.
Mhm.
But if you like, probably go downtown or things like that, it's more cold, right?
Oh, I
Like it's
see.
just people there. There's more people, right? And
Hmm.
when there's more people, they're a little more
More
standoffish.
busy.
Yeah,
Yes, I
busy.
understand.
Is it
Makes
this
sense. Makes sense.
same in Brazil? I would think.
Um, I wouldn't say that because I feel like in Brazil, everybody's so friendly anywhere that you go, any city. So I just felt like this way that people is more cold here in Canada.
Hmm.
That's for sure. But no, I never felt like this in Brazil. I feel like if you go anywhere, any city, um, you're gonna see like this energy, like
Hmm.
people happy. So yes, I don't know. I think it's really different.
I've heard people say before, like the culture and the weather, they kind of mirror each other. So, do you understand what I mean by that?
You mean like is different than here? Like it's not like specific like here?
I mean that if in warmer areas, that people are more warm, right? Because and then
Oh,
in colder areas, they're a little more distant.
okay.
My theory for this, and I've done zero research, is because like if it's cold, you're indoors a lot, and then you're separated from people as much, right? Like, but
Mm.
if you're warm, everyone's outside and you're interacting. So
Maybe, right?
even in Vancouver,
Yes.
do you notice a difference in Vancouver? Like
Yes, from people like yes.
summer versus fall.
Yes, that's true. Maybe yes, makes sense. Maybe it might be this. Yes, and Brazil is most of the time is hot, so
Hmm.
maybe because of that.
Are you from the northern part or southern
I am
part?
like in the middle. From like São Paulo, so it's like really in the middle. It's not south and not
Okay.
north. So I get a little bit of both. Like a little in winter we feel a little bit, and in summer it's hot, but it's not like so cold.
Hmm.
Like if you are in the south part.
What do you miss about Brazil?
I would say my friends. I miss the most my friends. Yes, because I was all the time with my family. Of
Hmm.
course, I think if I love my family, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But I miss more spend time with my friends. Yes, because I have a really good friends that I don't have a lot, so I
Hmm.
have just specific friends that I really miss them. And yes, I think it's this because like food, the weather, that maybe the weather also because here we enjoy the summer just few months, like 3 months ish. So I would say friends and weather, hot weather.
Hot weather and friends.
Yes.
Definitely. In Vancouver, I'm the same with you. Summer is
Yeah.
fantastic, but the ish part is very true.
Exactly, because it's so little. So
I
we
know.
try. It's like I feel myself in the summer, like overwhelmed because I want to do a lot of things during the
Hmm.
weekend because during the week we are working, right? So we don't have a lot of time to enjoy. But during the week, I feel like, oh my god, I need to do something. I need to do something. Otherwise, I get like depressed because I know that this will be just for a short time.
Hmm.
So I want to enjoy as much as I can.
I'm the same way. Like when it's sunny outside, if you're not feeling well or whatever the circumstances, you feel guilty for not going
Hmm.
outside
That's
because you
true.
know
Yes,
short period.
exactly. And this is sad, right? Because here in the summer is so beautiful. Oh my God, could last at least 6 months. But no, it's just like 3 months ish. So yes, this is really sad.
Where I'm from, August, it's not uncommon for it to be 40 degrees, like, for the whole
Oh
summer
wow,
or for many days of the summer, you know? So, like, be
that's
between,
amazing.
like, 35, 40 for, at least 30 days generally,
That's
like.
incredible. I know that like it's really hot in here. A lot of people don't like,
Mhm.
but it's like if you go to a lake and enjoy there, you can refresh yourself. It's an amazing day, even though it's
Yes.
really hot. If you know how to enjoy, it's perfect.
The heat here is very different too. Like, it's very humid where I'm from, so it's, like,
Mm.
maybe 50, 60% humidity
Oh wow.
during August, right? So,
So
like,
you don't feel that much, right? Like
here.
no, where you're from, like.
No, you do because you go outside and you immediately start to sweat, but, like, on your
Oh,
face,
okay.
your arms, like, you're outside for 5 or 10 minutes, and you smell terrible.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Oh my god.
It's bad.
Yes, it's bad. It's like I remember in Brazil like some hot days
Mhm.
that I was sweating a lot, but not in that point. I don't
It doesn't get
know.
humid in Brazil?
Yes, it does, but I don't know. I don't remember like feel so uncomfortable
Mhm.
because I am the one that like I sweat a lot,
Yes.
especially my hands, my feet.
Mhm.
But I think I got used
Yeah.
because I remember that I was sweating, but it was like, it's okay. I like this weather.
I used to, like, I remember I would be sitting on a porch and, like, out of the sun, and it's middle of the day, and you're just sweating,
Oh
you know?
my
And then,
god.
like, so before bed, you might just get a quick shower or
Oh,
something.
yes,
Yes.
that's really good. Yes, I am a person that I really enjoy sun, especially
Mhm.
like going to the beach. I'm not I like to be in the water, but not so much. So I just go like really quickly to like refresh myself.
Cool down.
Exactly, and I like to burn in the sun. Oh my god, that's amazing for me. I really like that, and especially the color. Oh my god, I love that.
I do like the color too. I was with you. I got
Mhm.
burnt
Mhm.
a couple weeks ago, and, my skin just peeled, so
Oh, it peels?
it did
Because like
peel.
it doesn't look like you look like
No,
brownish.
I'm brownish. It peeled, like, you can tell here, like,
Okay.
but, yeah, so the peeling's gone. I lost a little of the tan. I was disappointed. I need
Oh,
to go back out
you need to
there.
go. We need to go to the lake
Yes.
again. Let's plan.
Mhm. For sure.
What else? What else?
What else?
Yes.
Okay. So from you talked a little bit about it being unsafe in Brazil. Can you describe that a little bit?
Yes, that's easy. It's like you cannot go out and grab your phone in the streets, otherwise someone will pass by and grab and run. So like simple things like that that we can do here, like you cannot even think, right? You are in the street, ah, let me check something. So small things like that, or like if you are going inside of your building, that happened with my brother. Like arriving from work and
Mhm.
just pressing the button of the garage to open, and some guys came, approach you, and then get out with guns, and you have to
They steal your car and
exactly, you have to give the car because they are like armed. So yeah, it's like even like in front of your house, like going at home, even like leaving
Mhm.
apartment because we were living apartment when that happened. So that's really common in Brazil. It's not something like was something that happened with a specific, but no, this is really common in Brazil. And it's like also when I arrived here, I was doing also shifts at night. I still doing in some events. So sometimes I have to come home really late because the
Mhm.
events they finish late, and so I can walk at night, like midnight or 1 a.m. here from home. I know that now we can see some news about people stabbing, but it's not that often. And from my experience, I can walk like really safely from like waterfront to here to to Robson Street without have any problem. I did this like a lot of times, and I feel safe even like midnight 1 a.m. I could not even think to do this in Brazil. No, I couldn't like walking by myself alone, like
You would never even attempt.
no, never. It's
So
really dangerous.
why do you think it's like that in Brazil?
um I don't know. Brazil is a poor country, right? So people are more ignorant. People like crave for small things like cell phone to steal, or like just some exchange that you have in your wallet. So I don't know. I think it's the culture because it's a little. It's poor. It's a poor country. The government doesn't help that much to help people, right? Because here we see the government, even from the people in the streets, they have the support from the government. And I feel like it's because of this um, they don't go for to steal something from you or attack
Mhm.
you like so maybe because of the support of the government, and we don't have that support in Brazil. The support that the government does, it's really little.
Mhm.
So people needs more, and they try to get advantage as much as they can from other people. That's it.
Is it, that must be a hard thing to to grow up in, like,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, I came from a little humble family.
Mhm.
So it's really hard when you see like your parents like struggling to build a life, especially with like five kids.
Yeah, well, you had 5 or 4.
I have four, like with me it's
Mhm.
five.
Okay.
So yes, it's really hard to see these like since you're young and you see your parents is struggling to build a life, and of course they didn't had also like the desire to have education. This
Mhm.
is really important. It's like doesn't matter how poor you are, because I came from a really humble family, but I decided to study. So I think education is like really important. Even if you came from a really humble family, poor family, you can change your life with education, with knowledge. And my parents, they didn't like not even my mom, not even my father. They were really ignorant in this
Mhm.
case, so they never look for it. So the life that they could give to us was really little, right?
So what drew you to the education, or what made you realize, that you wanted to pursue that?
Because I didn't want to live the same life than that. It's like was they were really struggling, and even when we were little, we can see that, right? And it's like when you are a kid, you cannot do anything.
Mhm.
So for me, I always had this desire. I don't want to live this way. So I always look for that. So when I started like working, and I started working really little when I was maybe 16 years old, and I was always looking to do courses, to do something to make me um, to have an opportunity to find a better job, because I knew that my parents could not help me on
Mhm.
that. So everything that I could do, like do, I don't know if you remember, maybe this is from your age too, like datilography, like
You what? I'm
uh,
not familiar.
um, because before computers, you use
Oh, typing?
yes.
Oh, okay. So you're using words that the American doesn't know.
I'm sorry,
No,
I
no.
don't know the word in
No,
English.
no, well, my point is I think you're correct,
Uh,
but I think I just don't know. Typography, yes, I know what you mean now, yes.
yes, so I was doing course like that, or course of Word, Excel. So yes, I was trying to do as much as I could to have the knowledge,
Mhm.
right? And yes, when I had a kind of better job as a telemarketing.
Okay, okay, sure.
That was, I say that is was a kind of better job because was better than the jobs that I had before. But for me was, oh my god, working as a telemarketing, oh my god, was the worst. But anyways, was when I had the opportunity to start paying my university.
Mhm.
So I had like kind of enough money to pay a college, and yes, I was doing that. And I think because of this, I had the opportunity to come here to Canada, because after doing all the courses and all the college, I got a better job, so I could save more money. I could
Mhm.
help my parents, and yes, with the money that I saved, I was able to come to Canada. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Yes,
Wow.
yes,
So you always had that desire. Like
always.
that's a it's an unusual thing I think for a person to particularly if you weren't taught, those skills. Um
Since young, yes, that's
yes.
true. And I feel like uh, your environment helps you to grow or
Mhm.
to go a little bit down, right?
Yes.
And I feel like me and my siblings, we grew up in a church,
Mhm.
but none of them, when they grew up, they had the desire to continue. And for
Mhm.
me, grew up in a church was really nice. I really like, and I like that environment because you had um, the relationship with people from different levels, because
Mhm.
you see like a lot of people, rich people in the church, and and we have this type of relationship, like friendship, that people had a different life than you.
Mhm.
uh, it's really important. I think this was really important for me because it opened my eyes to have
Ah.
like a different life. Because I think if I follow the same path that my siblings, maybe I would still in Brazil and not like doing university or anything. Because I am the only one that has a university in my family, right? So I think the environment, like in a church, it's like I don't go to church anymore, but I loved to be there, and I really like the environment. But I feel like that really helps me to have this connection with people from other level, right?
So like that helped you see the possibilities.
Exactly. It's because you see people like having a different life than
Mhm.
you, and you want that, right? You desire that, and you see what they are doing. They're studying. They are doing other things. They are not like just going out to have fun. So I think this was really important.
Wow.
Yes.
It's amazing that you recognize that as
Um,
as as a young kid.
yes,
Like
that's true. I agree because sometimes I feel I am adopted. Because I always say to my siblings, um, we grew up in the same family, okay? The opportunities that I had was the same that you had. But I am the only one that like had this desire, to have a different life
Mhm.
because we grew up in the same family. We saw everything that was happening, like the life that we had. And I don't know why. It's like maybe I was the only one that had this ambition to
Yes.
I wanna more than this. I don't wanna have the same life than my parents.
So you're a go-getter, like, just
Yes.
by nature, like, you go get whatever.
Yes, yes. I try. I try.
Well, you made it here.
Yes,
I
that's true.
and your parents and your siblings and, like, your family, what's their perspective on you moving to Canada? Like, were they happy with it? Do they support you?
Yes, it's like I have been always like really independent, so I'm not the kind of person that asking for what do you think? No,
Mhm.
I will do, and I just said I'm going.
Ye
So I never had like this conversation. I'm thinking to go to Canada. What do you think? No, I never had. I just let them know maybe 1 month before I move.
Wow.
Yes, because for me it was not something that I had to do
Mhm.
because I never expecting like a permission or like support or there is a word for that. It's like I never I never expecting something like that, like support or anything. No,
Yes.
like approvement, like
Okay, approval, yeah.
yes, approval.
Okay.
So for me, it was really easy to move. So I just said, like, I think it was just 1 month before or a few weeks before I moved. I said, I'm going.
And
And
they were
that's it.
surprised or not surprised?
They were surprised. And, but I am not so, I love my family. I love
Mhm.
my siblings, my nephews, my niece. If you are watching, I love you. But I really like to, I'm really independent. So I really like to be away,
Yes.
not I'm not so attached.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So yes, was easy for me.
Do you go back and visit,
I do.
frequently? Yeah.
Yes, I do. I was going like once in a year, but yes, I went last year. Yes, I went last year in May.
Mhm.
In 2021 also I went and I got a stock there because of
Yes.
COVID. But yes, I go to visit them often, yes.
I was similar when, I moved. I didn't really, give a heads up. I just said, "Hey, mom, like I found a job in Vancouver and I'm gonna move there." You know,
Okay.
it was like there was no like years of like build up or like I'm thinking about moving. Like after I had a divorce, I'm divorced.
Mhm.
Um, After I had my divorce, I was like, I need a change in my life. You know, I need to move somewhere.
I see.
And so a recruiter contacted me from Vancouver.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, because it was actually for a job in the USA. I
Mhm.
think it was somewhere like Philadelphia or somewhere on the East Coast, like Boston, someplace like this. And I was like, I'm not interested there, but you're from Vancouver. Can you find me a job in Vancouver?
Oh,
And then
wow.
he's like, yeah. And then
Mhm.
so he hooked me up with a company and I interviewed. And like that's how I worked at Trulioo, like where I think Alinka still works. So,
Yes.
yeah. So that's how I got to Vancouver. And so for my mom, it was probably pretty abrupt, you know, like, "Hey,
Yes.
I'm leaving. I'm moving to Vancouver." And it's probably like, "Whoa," like, you know, like, "What's this?"
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
But it's really nice when I see like people saying that they came already with a job opportunity.
mhm.
That's so amazing because you don't have to be struggling to find a job here. Oh my god! And yeah, that's really nice.
Yes, my experience, for I'd say was much easier than most people who immigrate, right? Because,
Yes.
like, I already had my education, I already had years of experience on my job, so I was able to find a job, fairly I'm in tech too, I know you're in tech, so
Hmm.
it was easier to do, and even just being a US citizen, that makes it the more possibilities, right?
I agree.
Um, and I'm not saying that that's better or worse. That was just my experience,
I
right?
see. And for you coming to from United States here, do you need a specific visa, or you can stay as much as you
Yes.
can?
So right now I'm on a 3-year visa.
Okay.
You can renew that up to 3 times, I think, two or 3 times. So I think you can stay 9 years
Oh wow.
just by doing the visa stuff. It's a agreement with Canada and the U.S.
Okay. It's like
Um,
a work permit.
yes,
Okay.
yes, it's a work permit, and then I just have to do the PR process, and
Oh,
then
I
I can
see.
stay as long as I want.
But do you plan to do the PR process?
This is what I'm debating, like, earlier this year, I was thinking no, but now I'm like, like, I just should just to have that, like,
Can you have like two citizens?
yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, and
So yes.
are you a citizen or are you on PR right now?
Sorry, I am in PR.
Mhm,
But yes, I think next year I can already apply for the citizen.
mhm,
And yes, for me it would be great because Brazil allows to have
mhm.
two citizens. So yes, probably next year I'm gonna apply. But
Are
oh
you
my
go
god.
on.
Um, now I was going to say that I don't know for you, like in United States, if it's convenient, but probably yes, right? If you decide to stay
For
longer.
for sure, like, I do believe I need to do more research on this, that I could stay in Canada for up to 6 months. I
Mm,
know that it's true for Canadian citizens, in the US that they can travel there, right?
okay.
So that's good for you, like, when
Mm-hmm.
you get your citizenship, you can travel to the US
Yes.
up to 6 months,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think you can stay, just, full 6 months out of the year. You
Oh.
can break it up or as a single shot.
Oh, that's
Um,
interesting. I didn't know
yes.
that. Yes.
So, like, me, one perspective I've been debating is, like, maybe I spend some summers in Vancouver, and then when the weather turns terrible,
You go back to
I'll
say.
just, migrate south for 6 months.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like I wouldn't do this like in Brazil. But maybe yes, like having 6 months here for or three, just
Mhm.
three for the summer, and go to another country for or United States for when it's like the weather is
Yes.
bad here.
Do you